Good morning, Merkatsu. Um, so, a couple of things. Here, I think attacking wise, the base and you have some crucifix entries. I know the lapel is annoying, but just maybe lowering the hip and circling to the head kind of counterbalance it, counterweights it. But I know this is annoying grip. So, and I don't think kind of for a sweep. I only think it's just, let's say first thing, yeah. So you have to counterbalance, run to the head, and or get your legs to that yellow mat, and you have a base there. So then it's, I think he would be harder. He would be hard. He would be having harder time to sweep you. But I think if you stay very close to him, your post gets very heavy, and I think he's a bigger guy. Also, you can counterbalance this way that this leg of yours, right leg, will actually be up here, and your left knee will be up. So that will counterbalance that lapel thing. Yeah, and that means also if you switch your legs, your right leg up here, you can circle towards is that you're facing within the head, and your your butt and legs would be facing the camera, so you can circle. So either the key would be that what I said before, either you circle around his left side, very short angle, not right now, but before. So see, you can maybe circle right now, and then that's a short angle, and then when you already miss the timing, then it's a longer angle. You have to circle around and get to the front side through this. So total, yes. Here actually, I think I don't usually push with this. If you watch my material, I talk about Hawking 2.0, and we actually filmed yesterday videos, and we'll see when they go up about some reverse underhooks and stuff. I usually don't like to stretch with that arm, or if I stretch, I pull my head also in. Other way, the arm is kind of not maybe in safe place. So you went to turtle. I think you can also, this running man was good. Running man falling. There's actually a way that if you use this left arm over his, you can counter post. In that sense, there's a way also to do this that, not in maybe in this late case, but you can post this elbow to the mat or straight arm and lift that side up. But it has to happen before this. See, when you fall, boom, and now you might, let go here, put your arm on a mat and switch your legs also. So your right leg would be up and left knee would be down. You can counterbalance that sweep. So there's different ways of doing, but falling is totally also good. So I think here's a baby bridge. I think even if he has a good grip, if you baby bridge, pull your head away, and baby bridge also is pushing the hip in, I think he will land in a not very good position. So baby bridge also there. But you went to turtle. So right now you have toes on the mat. I think it's awesome because it's front turtle, so you could drive and stuff like this. You change when he goes to the weight to the hip. You change to seal feet, so that's good. I should put like knees wider. He will pull you over because lapel grip is pretty strong. Lapel grip is pretty strong. So I would have more knees wider, more like even if he pulls really hard, you can counterbalance better. And why you're getting tilted also is your head is neutral. So if he's at your left, look at left. That tilts your far shoulder a little bit more up because he will start to yank it with his lapel stuff, yeah? So wider base, like a better pyramid, and look towards him. This is good. When he yanks, this is upright turtle. This is, we talked about maybe if the hip is very heavy, you can actually sit up, lift your upper body to upright turtle, totally fine. And if they're not keeping your head up, you don't. If they're not keeping your head down, you don't have to be there. So that's the upright turtle. If you watch the videos also on the site, why we added this, and now it works more like a wrestling thing. You can have a hip heist here to panda actually. You cannot hip heist. You can just not go to panda because it's covering your head, but you can hip heist and then land on panda if you would want. Also, I think you could, if you circle, you could pull guard. So I'm not saying you have to do those things. I'm just saying what's the options. It's like your right arm goes to the mat. your left elbow stays here, and then you pivot on your legs like a windshield and lift that left knee. And then you have counterbalance because he's not controlling you, because right now you have actually single legs and all those things, guard pulls, because that's what happens. I don't know how much bigger he is, but he seems bigger. That that they have to, like, manhandle you, so to speak, like lift you and yank you and give you all the openings to go. So it depends on your goal. You can suffer, you can do some stuff, but if you just move your, like, lift your knee and, like, like a windshield wipe your legs, this knee gets up and your ankle moves away towards the yellow mat, and a post goes to the mat, and you kind of start to face him. Because this is grabbing your far shoulder. So there's two ways to get around that grip. Either you turn your head in very much, that grip peels off, or you go other way around. Totally, like turn your like a panda, do like a body lock, sit out and turn away. So because he's not controlling you here. So, but I don't mind you staying there also. So it depends the stuff you train. But the head has to be there. You're tilted, see? And now you're pushing. So single legs and stuff. Knees more wider. And look towards him. And now it's better, but still now the head goes away. And now he has that grip. And that grip has to be made neutral. So knees wider and look at him. And then you can move your butt away towards your right all the time. So then if you're really sideways to him, then he has easier time to pull. But so it's like if you tilt it, look at towards him, this far shoulder is more down and your butt is more away and all those things. So that's why it's fun also to have toes on the mat. You can just circle. Being sideways is like the best angle for them. Like if your head would be away and butt more closer, you could fall to running man and panda. So see, he grabs and your head was there. So counterbalance, even more than you have to, just counterbalance the pull and move your butt away. And then knees wider, yes. Yeah. So running man, more shoulders parallel. So you lifted your shoulders a bit more. You could just fell more running man. Maybe the elbow more here out. So this also is a, see, that's escape. So also I don't know what you're doing here, but right now see when he grabs the leg like this and pulls you, he creates a space in front of that. So you have time if you would tuck your head in, and you can go to invert actually. See what happens? Because the underhook and all the pull grips are creating one direction. It doesn't control both directions of your movement. So he over exaggerates this side, so you can escape the bottom side. So see when he pulls, see, that's your invert. Yeah. So you did a nice butt move, but then the head was there. So they have to be also nicer because they're using way too much force, I think, against you. So see, again, I don't know. I think you can actually lower your butt because with seal feet, I think your butt should be closer to the heels. I think really sit, and sometimes you have to widen your knees and really sit on your heels. I don't think I think you can do it, and the shin goes over, and that's where the trouble happens. So where's your head again? You should turn your head. See, that happens. So here you get pulled. So you could actually knee slide, put your left post on the mat away from them and then hip eyes to panda. And I usually counter those things by putting my toes there. And then I'm gonna, like, I go to active turtle, so to speak. I will manage my knee also because there definitely is a torque. But I will put my post on the mat and I go to active knee, active turtle. But I have to straighten that leg up. So that's tricky. You have to find the good angles there. But if they pull you now, yeah. So the guard retention was not there. So, and also he controls your arm. So you can actually, I think, re-grip his arm. So let's watch that. the position was, the way you landed in hawking was, it was good. And also I think you could already have landed to hawking, because getting to guard would mean it's hard to invert because you're stuck, yeah. And guard would mean that you pass this leg toward, you have to get this leg into the game, and that's why I think for an inverting part, if your head would be like here, you could invert, but it's heavier and you're stuck, so you end up there. And I think for a guard pull right now, for a guard attention, this was the moment to do it. Uh, Elbow on a mat shrimp or leg on a mat and get this knee more in, because he's not controlling your knee that much. I think he's posting and he's grabbing your actually wrist, so your knee can be turned in like like a shrimp turned in. So your back of the leg goes towards his lats and stuff, and then you pummel this leg to the bicep, and then there might be a guard. So that tilt what you did was very good, and that was your moment to go, I guess. See, he's posted, and that knee has to be there. You have to shrimp right away, hip here, leg on a mat or elbow shrimp. So that was so right now you decided to go hawking. Not bad. I would tuck in more myself. I would move elbow to the hip, and I would actually go more flat with the hawking 2.0. And I would push my shoulder up. I think you're doing a pretty good job, but I would just emphasize more like elbows here and then that side up, and also circling with the legs. I will do a clip soon in my site also with those movement patterns. We talked about circling, but I will emphasize it even more. That is changing the angles. You can circle your legs this way. Right now it's easier, because you're gonna hip heist from this side. It's hard to go like shrimp towards him a little bit. You can actually shrimp like your head circles here and your hip goes, front of them. So I don't think a paper cutter works without the overhook here. So, and actually what's the position was, you had actually, so here is a perfect example to do a baby bridge. Because this arm can cup his elbow. Yeah, this is actually for him very dangerous to do. You can cup his elbow, and when I talk about movement patterns, we have those cylinder legs, whatever I mentioned. So from hawking, you keep your knee bent like this, and that form, you roll your legs there. So your ankles put in this place, and then you are basically doing the baby bridge away. And if you cup his elbow, you would elbow push, and he will actually land in a very weird position because you will cross arm him. He interrupts himself. Okay, and that choke is off also. So that was also a good moment because he cannot do it with only this wrist. He needs like a under overhook, and then it's a paper cutter. So watch that movement pattern. He grabbed your arm because it was. I would actually grab. You can chill here. I don't mind. You can cup the elbow. Also, you can mess with those. There's certain clips to it. You can actually cup the forearm. You can cup the elbow, and so this arm can be also active, so to speak. You can do something. Use it. Yeah, it's all good. Running man. And still, again here, I would still sit more on my butt. I don't know. You have to write me or something. That do you have an injury, like a knee injury that you're forced to hip? But I think you should sit more down, like really sag on your ankles. And also, knees wide, and then that gap should be gone. If you're really like sagging and toes touching and everything, that space should be gone. You should sit, so it shouldn't be that easy to grab. So write me like can you do it, or do you have injury or something? So because it could be way more protected here. And if your knees are actually wider, this pull is harder to do. Yeah. Yeah. So Yeah, that's it. That was good. Hope it helped you a little bit, and talk to me about those things, and if you find those videos also. So cheers.